of the guys, not just Joel, in the fourth quarter, because they managed to cut the lead to 5. They were down by as many as 20 on Saturday. Cut the lead to 5 going into the fourth, but then everybody hitting the front of the rim just looked like their legs finally gave out in that fourth quarter. Especially because the Sixers have shot extremely well in their 3 wins over the Bulls from three-point land. 47% from beyond the arc tonight. DeMar DeRozan too strong on his first mid-range attempt.
Tristan Thompson in the lineup, a guy who's bounced around from team to team. Looks like he may have found a comfortable home here in Chicago.
Joel spinning away from the defense, too strong on his first shot.
That's the position you're in as a ball player, where you can pass, shoot, or dribble.
Joel for 3. Got it. Embiid, as we mentioned earlier, 40 and 10 in the win in Chicago last month. He's averaging 29 and 12 in the 3 victories over them so far this year. 8-1 Chicago run has the Bulls up 4 here as we approach the 7-minute mark in the first quarter. Embiid shorts. Dosunmu grabs the rebound. Rosen with 4. Levine with 4. And a turnover. Here comes Harden. James Harden tied up by Zach LaVine. The fourth of 4 meetings in the regular season between a couple of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Great look from Joel down to Tobias. Nice recovery from Harris, who lays it up and in.
That's not a very good team anymore. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to rain on
I'm fine with it. Joel turning.
Well, and maybe he just deliberately misses them before the game, intending to make each one of them. I'm hip to it now.
Embiid and 1. Bible 3, Tobias Harris a couple. And Joel completes the 3-point play. Thompson will take a seat with a couple of fouls. Tony Bradley in for Chicago. Rosen leading all scores with 10.
Good job by Shea to get out there to that attempt.
Joel pulling up, he's fouled, and he drills the mid-range jumper. Much better start from Joel tonight. Much better start just from the team, because that was one of the things that they pointed out the last 3 games. They've had to rally from so many down. They were just exhausted on Saturday. Tony played 20 games with the Sixers last year. We'll find out how new Sixer DeAndre Jordan may fit in with the team, and more on James Harden's mentoring. With 2:30 to go in the first frame. Joel splits the free throws. 1-point game. And now it's the Sixers who made 7 of 8. Way off from Brown Jr.
Chicago thriving on those broken plays.
10-point lead right now. Points in the paint tonight. Joel Embiid off the pick and roll with James Harden.
Have mastered getting it to JoJo.
Thompson back to DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. DeMar baseline. Around and out. Embiid the rebound. He just knifes through the defense.
He flies through them, doesn't he?
No chance. Embiid, the pull-up. Off the front of the rim. LaVine clearing.
Just a little off on that jumper, a little left. Thompson happy as a jumper. Ooh, good hand.
And Embiid scooped behind his back. Here's Danny Green to Joel. Here he comes. Here comes Joel. Scooped behind his back. Here's Danny Green to Joel. Here he comes. Here comes Joel. And he'll get called for a double dribble. DeRozan, not known for that 3-point shot. That one doesn't fall. Niang the rebounds. Joel, head fake, up and in. And the foul. Nope, just goaltends. Heard the whistle. Read the items for more info. SixersYouthFoundation.org. And really can't say it enough how great this stuff is in this auction.
Able to be fused with one another. That's because both guys are so talented and so good and so versatile that you can put their games together.
Stab. Here's DeRozan. Got Harris behind him, has the space, left it short.
Danny Green running over to the sideline immediately.
Yeah, still over near the Sixers bench. Joel's 3 off the mark. Shot clock at 5. Joel pulls up and hits it. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock with Flyers pregame live right here on NBC Sports Philadelphia and streaming on the My Teams app. He had 61 free throw attempts the last 3.5 games. My shoulder starts hurting just thinking about that. The rebound on the backside. Sumu, the runner, shorts, Embiid. Yeah, good luck trying to out-rebound Joel Embiid, I.O.
The Bulls, I should say, Desumu on that drive. Nice possession.
James keeps it. And might have been tipped in by Joel.
The Bulls, I should say, Desumu on that drive. Nice possession.
James keeps it. And might have been tipped in by Joel.
I'm not one of those guys who thinks I sit here and have any outcome or effect on the game whatsoever.
Green, no good from three, but I'm sure there was a couple of people screaming.
Whatsoever.
Green, no good from three, but I'm sure there was a couple of people screaming that.
Oh yeah,
so that was for them.
Of course, I get it.
Joel, tough shot, and it rattles in for Joel Hans Embiid. 3-0 so far this season. Embiid. Green got a hand in there. Then DeRozan did, and finally, as Joel falls backwards to the floor, able to tip it in. 3-0 so far this season. Embiid. Green got a hand in there. Then DeRozan did, and finally, as Joel falls backwards to the floor, able to tip it in. 3-0 so far this season. Embiid. Green got a hand in there. Then DeRozan did, and finally, as Joel falls backwards to the floor, able to tip it in.
For space, trying to carve it out. Embiid wins the tap. 8 to shoot.
It kind of ricocheted off the ground. It's called a bounce pass.
7-0, Sixers run into 9-0 with the Embiid hammer.
You got to wonder what the Bulls defense was doing right there.
Well, that's been what their fans have been asking a lot the last 4 games. Chicago tying a season worst. They've dropped 4 in a row. The Sixers fans, the auction for the 10th exclusive Original Legacy NFT Series collectible celebrating the Philadelphia 76ers final game of the Spectrum against Chicago open today. Can you guess who the leading scorer was in that game? You're not going to guess.
I'm not, because I look dumb when I guess.
We'll come back to it later. Tease ahead. Does anybody know? Now very well-known rookie was for the Bulls at the time. DeRozan into Embiid. He'll head to the line. Joel, not sure what he did there.
And the Sixers have done a good job of not letting him operate in areas he's comfortable and lethal from.
His free throws put an end to a 10-0 Sixers run. Another whistle.
What?
A couple of buckets in the first half. Embiid.
Good
my goodness. The footwork just couldn't finish. Sixers up 12, 4 to play third quarter. Maxey to Joel. Euro. And that's going to be a goaltend.
Lob for Embiid, and he makes the catch again. He's the biggest guy on the floor right now with the small lineup for the Bulls.
Those 30-10 games this season. Tied with Giannis in Milwaukee.
I mean, I'm just seeing MVP candidates all up and down that list.
Pretty impressive that we get to see all 3 of them right now, isn't it?
Well, especially when you consider the game is going away from them. The big man with the back to the basket has kind of faded away, but there's some still holding on.
DeMar holding on to the mid-range.
Absolutely. And let's face it, I know there's threes and layups, but games are won 2 by 2. I'm not convinced otherwise.
The hands of Joel Embiid. Sixers were up 17 entering the 4th back in February in Chicago. And know this team is going to fight you to the final horn. That one, no good. And that will do it here in the 3rd quarter. Joel guarded by Thompson with those 5 fouls, so he's got to give him space. Rims off, DeRozan grabs the rebound.
That's his 11th rebound. Oh, nearly picked by Harden. LaVine takes advantage, kicks it out. White, a big 3, around and out. Tapped off the glass, LaVine got it back. Goes back up, blocked by Embiid.
That was a long, not short attempt, and I'm okay with that.
Thompson lost it. He'll head to the line. 6:10 to go, sorry. 3rd game in 4 nights. We're a little loopy tonight. Appreciate you all putting up with us. Embiid driving and throwing it down. season for Joel Hans Embiid.
Gasp in the building is let out every time he makes it.
Never liked that guy. Embiid, 42 and 12 for Joel Embiid.
We are up 14 as we come close to the end of this game against a really good foe.
Embiid. Here comes Tyrese Maxey. Are you kidding me? Averages under 14 a game, so big performance tonight from Kobe White. Behind the back to Embiid. Averages under 14 a game, so big performance tonight from Kobe White. Behind the back to Embiid. Averages under 14 a game, so big performance tonight from Kobe White. Behind the back to Embiid. Not sure Joel was even ready for that one.
Well, you've got to make sure that you don't set him and put him in a bad situation.
Another block by Joel. But the whistle blows.
He's telling Doc to review that.
How he performed on Saturday. 42 points, 13 rebounds, 3 blocks now, a couple of steals, and an assist. Thompson taps it to Levine.
And he kind of bailed Embiid out.
MVP chants get louder. Joel looking for more. 45. Off the mark, Green the rebounds. Tyrese with 10 points, 4 assists.
Got to be going to JoJo here.
Yep. Oh, what a quick, good look down to Tyrese. And Tyrese smart to get it up quickly, too. Thank you, Matisse.
That one came from down under.
Thank you, Matisse. Nailed it. White unable to do the same.